Hello, this is the video guide for creating a fill-in-the-blank question in Examsoft. Today, what we're going to do is understand where to create the question and learn about the many options available to customize your question. If you have a question for me, please send me an email, bweb@wisc.edu. Let's go ahead and get started. So we go to Examsoft. You might need to choose your department name and then select the course that you're going to put the question in. Remember, we're going to build our questions in banks. We're going to build our assessments in courses. So all of your questions should be in the related bank to the course that you're teaching, or at least building an assessment for. So we're going to put our question in this bank. Notice there's no assessments here, but there is a question. Notice in the question title, I have an MC here. That MC stands for multiple choice. I think that's a good way to recognize what type of question that you have there, as well as some key words that are going to help you to remember what question that is. So, up to the plus. Remember, I'm in questions right here. Plus, and we're going to make a fill in the blank question. I'm going to use this question that I've already created here. Going to copy this question, and I'm going to paste it right there. Going to highlight that section and text right there. That's how it's going to know where to put it. Now, you could put a drop-down menu there, or if this made more sense for it, I could use a numeric range. Now, for this question, we have poron moxidectin, obviously, is the correct answer to this. And so I'm going to replace that. Notice that there's a couple of problems with this particular answer now that I start using it. There's super specific hyphens and spaces, stuff like that. I would not recommend this for a real version of it, because you will need to have all of the possible alternative answers. Otherwise, even with spaces, capital letters, there might be things marked incorrectly. So this was not a great choice for a fill in the blank, but it is what it is. So you can add other alternative answers. Remember, this is going to have to be exactly what they type in. Use capital letters. If you've got numbers, type out the number. Consider those additional answers that might be, the same thing that you might need to put an alternative answer in for. If you'd like a spreadsheet, you can add that, a graphing calculator or a scientific calculator. If you add the spreadsheet, when you open it, whatever you type into the spreadsheet will stay there, even though you don't see a save up here. So if you put information into your spreadsheet and then click close up here, when you open the spreadsheet and when they open the spreadsheet, they will see whatever information you have put in there. As we move down the page a little further, the rationale. This is the most important part, I think, of your question, helping to remediate people who get it wrong and explain why you think the answer should be something different. You can add questions in there to help that student to better understand it, or explanations. An attachment. If you need to attach a file, a rubric, or something else that's going to help out the student, you can attach that file there. Finally, tagging your work. So within, for example, the category of species, we've got a canine or a feline. We could have added bovine to this. But in this case, again, all we're doing is demonstrating how to tag it, so that if I looked up canine, I would find this question now. Make sure to click save when you're done. Oh, and I almost forgot. I need to go back and edit now. I'm going to change that title for something a little bit more informative. I'm putting fill in the blank at the start of it. Need to delete some of the lines there. There we go. So I've got fill in the blank at the start. I'm going to, again, try to break this down into something that, larva treatment in cattle. So that might be enough information for me to recognize this question. And again, the fill in the blank at the start of there, I think that's helpful. So now as we see, I see that this is a multiple choice question about treatments for larvae in cattle. Oh, and there's in winter there, that might be a good thing to add. And again, fill in the blank, larva treatment in cattle. All of those helping me to understand if I want that question or if I want that one. Well, best of luck.